Hey, welcome to Coffee with a Pastor. I'm running late. I'm pulling up my laptop and I'm waiting for people to sign on. So please say hello when you're here. Hi, Allison. It's so good to see you lately. Hi, Clark. How are you guys doing? Thanks for joining me on here. Hey, Zach, Peyton. Hey, Matt. How are you guys doing today? Let me know in the comments. Hi, David. I'm looking for something on my laptop while people are signing on. Here it is. All right. What up? Okay. While people are signing on, I thought I would show you my coasters that I keep outside. This is sort of, oh my gosh. Whoa, hold on. David, did you already move? Or are you just visiting, checking things out? I think you're visiting, checking things out. So I have like lots of filters processing. As a woman of color pastor, I have a lot of protective filters that I use to just kind of filter people out that probably don't want to be around me. Just a little protective measures. One of those is to wear spaghetti straps as much as possible. That way I can just, if there's any misogynistic, toxic masculinity in the room, they'll see my spaghetti straps, they'll see I'm a pastor, and hopefully they'll just find the exit. Another one is, let's see, this is totally off the cuff, by the way. Another one, to insert curse words into worship services, just occasionally, just filter out people that might, have a problem with that, just because they might as well see it up front. We need to add a little irreverence to our faith practice. Another one is for my home. I put these out on my patio just in case, a neighbor comes by. These are coasters of the, just in case, someone comes over, not that happens these days, just in case they get the wrong idea about what kind of pastor I am. I'm the heretical, irreverent, inappropriate kind. So if you can take that joke, you'll be just fine around here. Okay, so lots of people are texting me. Don't people know that no, I guess not, because I don't do this every day. Okay, so hi, Brittany. So good to see you on. Thank you, Fran, for laughing. Yesterday was so hard. It was, we get this story about George Floyd. We get this story about Amy Cooper calling the police on Christian Cooper. And we're already talking a lot about white supremacy and doing anti-racist work with everything happening with Breonna Taylor, with Ahmaud Arbery. And this is not the beginning. This is, ongoing. This is an ongoing issue, so the work doesn't end and the conversation doesn't end. But yesterday was really hard, and I personally feel like I only have so much energy. Like I really, I only have so much energy to write about it, to speak about it, to make statements, share thoughts, teach, whatever. And yesterday, man, I was feeling really exhausted. I talked to Brittany, checked in with Bethany, who did our guest coffee. I know a lot of people of color are feeling extra triggered, just heavy about all of this in a way that is very, very exhausting, disheartening. And I know that you know, our white allies in this church community listening right now are also feeling disheartened and also feeling like, you know, what do I do? And I wanted to share a little bit about that. I'm going to write a sermon. I'm writing a sermon this week. I'll touch on it in the sermon. I'm writing an article right now for Progressing Spirit that's going to touch on it, and be on the lookout for that in the next couple of weeks. Follow my Instagram, Rev Aurelia Joy, because that's where I give my most honest and blunt critiques on all this. But I personally don't have like a lot more energy besides that right in this moment. So I wanted to highlight really quickly Brittany's work that she actually put out last week, but had been working on it for several weeks. It's called Let Anti-Racism Be a Cornerstone to the Way You Live. And Brittany, or anyone else that has that link, if you could drop that in the comments. Oh, I even heated up a second cup of coffee. That's how tired I am. This is a fresh one, guys. Yes, so I know a lot of people are feeling really overwhelmed with everything, feeling like maybe you can't do the right thing, or scared to step into the work, or just exhausted. So I really wanted to share what Brittany wrote. Again, someone please link to that, because it's short, but it's very, very thoughtful. And it gives some really practical questions to consider and things to do. So, I was going to highlight those, but go read the link and share it, please. She says, questions to consider. What will you do to stay engaged in anti-racist rhetoric? For instance, when countless murders of Black, Indigenous, and people of color don't receive media attention? And what is your work to dismantle racism and decolonization? For example, George, I don't know if you're still watching George, but George is signed on. George shared an article on his page about an injustice happening in the hospital system right now, where hospitals are suing patients during this time of coronavirus, and just using this situation in a really unjust way. And that is an example, like bringing that to light and calling the hospitals and calling this out is an example of dismantling decolonization and racism and decolonizing, because the most vulnerable people are always going to be affected by systemic injustices. So that right there is an example. Okay, that was a tangent. How can you own your privilege and leverage it to help others? I see a lot of people in our community doing this. Matt and Fran are awesome leaders at this. I loved seeing Matt's post on his Facebook today. Go check that out later. And I appreciate everyone. Oh, Tori, you've just been so thoughtful in the way that you do this work and navigate it, and the language you use is always so careful. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so Brittany says, what can you do? The first thing, believe, B-I-B-P-O-C, Black, Indigenous, people of color. Notice when and how white supremacy culture questions the victim instead of the perpetrator. Reject violent images of Black murder. Brittany posted this last week. She was working on it for weeks. We've been talking about this. We are asking you to please not share graphic images. We are asking you to vocalize on your own and to expect excellence from other people, which means, excellence in this case means that you believe and are outraged without the need for trauma porn of Black and brown bodies. Speak up. Do not remain silent when you witness microaggressions. You can speak up without sharing graphic images. You can speak up without perpetuating these violent videos that dehumanize a Black body. And educate yourself. Research white supremacy. Gain new perspectives. Sign up for our Dig Deep in a couple of weeks called Unlearning White Supremacy During COVID-19. There's one free way for you to educate yourself. Be inclusive, do the inner work, and engage the conversation that is inclusive for everyone listening and present. My sermon this week is going to talk about inclusivity. Pentecost is the perfect time to talk about that. And empathize with Black, Indigenous, people of color. dismantling racism is challenging work. Imagine how it feels every day for Black, Indigenous people of color who are not seen or treated with the same dignity. So, I know, guys, I know that we're talking about this every day, but it's, I mean, I am actually a brown-skinned woman, and I can take the lens off, I guess. That's what society tells me to do. But if I'm operating fully in my Imago Dei, made in the image of God, I can't take the lens off, so I can't in good faith not speak on this stuff. And I hope you feel the same way as you continue to do the work. So what I was trying to do here with Brittany's article, which someone links to, hopefully, was just give you some very practical, attainable ways to be a part of the work, because I know it gets super overwhelming. Let me look through the comments really quick. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for sharing, Brittany. Okay, so that was all actually unplanned. Except I did want to talk about Brittany's article, but what I really wanted to say, I'm referencing Brittany's post, you guys. Brittany's post, which is posted in the threads at this point now. Yeah, it's very, 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 I love her posts because they're always really succinct, but very, very thoughtful. She spends weeks on them, and she always gives practical things to consider and do. And she always I don't know how many you've done, Brittany, 2 or 3, but this is the thing. She has written these beautiful prayers, like the prayer for this particular one is so beautiful to me. So check it out. What I really wanted to say to you guys was thank you for your willingness to wade into these rough waters of anti-racism work. I'm so grateful for our community, because our community is predominantly white, right? And it is 100% optional for white people to participate in this work. And you all are doing it, and I am so grateful. So I want to say thank you. I just feel very, very grateful. At the same time, it bugs me that crumbs off the table are something that I'm so grateful for. And what I mean by that is it is 100% optional, and most white people choose to not engage in the work, or don't even realize it's a thing, or reject it. Again, go read Matt's post on Facebook. That was so good. And so it bugs me that when we look at the whole of society, it's I'm just a dog sitting on the floor of the table, just grateful for the crumbs that we get. But it's not either or. I can be extremely grateful for my community and feel extremely frustrated and angry that the larger community in our society is not prioritizing this issue. So thank you for doing your work, and let's keep doing it, because people of color are so exhausted and need white people to do anti-racism work so that they can use their privilege to contribute to the work and to get other people to see and to really mobilize. Okay, so it's not either or. That's kind of the thought going through my head today. We keep saying this all the time. This is what we do here at Peace. We do this really tricky, complicated, non-dualistic faith, where it's not either or. It's not either or with regards to the work that we're doing. It's not either or with regards to the grief that we're going through. Christopher and Tiffany, I see you guys. It's not either or. We are still in a place of grief, and we are still carrying on with the things we have to carry on with. It's not either or. We can include that in the life of our community. And it's not either or with regards to our care. We do this uncomfortable work, and we radically take care of ourselves, and we sit on the bench for a few minutes when we need to sit on the bench and take a breather, and then we jump back in. It's not either or. So I want to hold space for both this morning, and I realize I've already talked a lot, so I'm not going to stay on here very long, but I want to encourage you to laugh today. I want laughter to be your spiritual practice for today, and I want you to do whatever it takes to laugh. So Brittany and I were talking about watching Girls Trip again last night. If you guys haven't ever seen that, it's hilarious. But go find the movie or the show that makes you laugh every time. Go on YouTube and watch all the clips that make you laugh every time. Call the friend that's hilarious. Like, just do what you need to do to laugh today. And if you have, I have a few jokes for you, because obviously that's where I was going. But if you have a really corny joke that people need to hear, post it in the comments so that we can have an easy laugh. And so, let's see. Okay, some of you have heard these because I tell the same jokes over and over, and I think corny jokes are really funny. But I'm literally living into non-dualism. I began this talking about anti-racism, and I'm about to tell you guys some corny jokes because it's not either or. We need to laugh, okay? So what kind of pants do Mario and Luigi wear? Let me know in the comments. I'll give you a second. Waiting. You guys don't know, do you? Okay. What kind of pants do Mario and Luigi wear? Are you ready? Denim, denim, denim. Denim, denim, denim. It's funny, right? Thank you, Jana. Jana got it. She's probably heard me say it, or I don't know, Jana knows like a lot of things. She's probably heard it before. Okay, post your jokes. I've got two more. How did the priest prepare the holy water? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, he boiled the hell out of it. It's really good. Okay, last one. What was Beethoven's favorite fruit? Jana. Guys, post your corny jokes. Post them. I need them. I'm asking you for them. What was Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. Banana. All right. That's all I got. Actually, it's not. I've got a lot more, but that's all I'll tell you now. Please share your jokes. Let's continue to do our really hard work that's required of us as people of faith in this time, in this country, which is the work of dismantling white supremacy, which, by the way, shapes so much of the faith paradigm we're born into, if not all of it. We got to do that really important, exhausting work. And at the same time, we have to hold space for all the grief that we experience. We have to hold space for all the laughter and care that we need. It's not either or. So I love you guys. Bless you on this Wednesday. And please sign up for the Dig Deep that is tomorrow on the Enneagram. Go to peacewilco.com/digdeep. Sign up. It's free. We got good stuff going on. And we'll talk to you later.